Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. What a game we have for you here. The first meeting of the year between two of the NFL's most hostile divisional rivals. This matchup always among the most anticipated games of the regular season. It's the Saints going up against the Panthers.
And we welcome all of our viewers inside a place that the folks around here like to call the Vault. And that's Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Just a moment ago, the lights, the cameras, the action, all the pyrotechnics, everything was ablaze, everything was allowed here in Bank of America Stadium as Carolina emerged from their tunnel. And we are ready to go as the Panthers get set to match up with the New Orleans Saints. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass.
20. Set. Ball. Check. Back to the 3.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
3 yards to go on 2nd down.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Set. 180.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
180.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
They'll try the air now with Newton. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Panthers are going to take a first-quarter lead. So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know, when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead. Gano out to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Winner. This is Mark Ingram, and he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
second down. Ingram. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day. And the Panthers bring in their nickel set as they try to defend here on 3rd down.
5 defensive backs.
Let's go!
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's got Snead. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Let's go! Grand 38! Grand 38! Ohio! Ohio! Here we go! What? None!
Throwing, Hundley. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. I know some of the talk after last week's loss was the O-line struggles. They gave up 4 sacks. He got hit here and taken down again, so that's something to monitor.
It is something to monitor, but they've got to help their offensive line out. Maybe a little bit different play calling, right? Draws, screens, get the ball out of the quarterback's hands quicker, maybe some quick game passes. All of that to try and help slow down a pass rush and make things easier on their offensive line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now Hundley. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
McCaffrey. Room here to run. He's at the 50. 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Panthers strike quickly here for 6 points. And it's good to make it 14-0. Gano out to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be a 2nd and long. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Thomas Davis.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Cam's going to run the option right. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first.
In this case, I would love to be an offensive coordinator and draw up designed runs for Cam Newton.
Absolutely. And he can obviously throw it. He can pass. I mean, heck, 2015 first quarterback in NFL history. Over 30 touchdown passes and over 10 touchdown runs. He can do it all.
He's the ultimate weapon, isn't he?
Fresh set of downs here. Out of the gun, Newton. And Olsen over the middle. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Greg Olsen, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Panthers add on to their lead. And it is now 21-0. Gano out to kick this one away. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
They'll look to throw. Out to his left. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And a big hit at the end of that one. He's knocked down hard at the 47-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. And taking a gander at the NFL scoreboard in Minneapolis. Early on, it's the Vikings in the driver's seat. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Not that we necessarily see this as being in the cards, but worth noting that 21 points would equal their franchise record for largest deficit overcome. Certainly plenty of work to do between now and then. Ingram again. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
That man has still got it. Thomas Davis can do it all. Drop into coverage, rush the quarterback, and, of course, make plenty of tackles.
Closing in on 1,000 career tackles and consistent. Last year, 106 tackles. The year before, 105.
College safety turned linebacker in the NFL. What a career.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. It's complete to Flainer. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he's going to be brought down on what will be final play of this first quarter. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. It's complete. Flainer, right side. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well.
Let's go. Flex round.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Now back to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Christian McCaffrey, everybody knows the family pedigree, and they're hoping for a lot of big things from him, aren't they?
He gave great evidence of that while he was at Stanford. Tremendous amount of big plays, whether he was running the ball, catching it, returning kicks, you name it. A lot of people were wondering if he would go at number 8 to the Panthers because he's not a big guy. But his ability to make plays in the open field, Panthers could not pass him up.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Play action. It's Newton. That escapes the sack, but now he's swallowed up and taken down. Sheldon Rankins coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. Leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Newton. Got his target, Samuel. It's a gain of 17, and it'll give him a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
That's Samuel, caught left side. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
To throw on 2nd down is Newton. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. So now off goes Newton, and on comes the kicker, Graham Gano. This will be from 49 yards out. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. So a bit of a weird kick there. That wasn't an overly long attempt, but that never had a chance.
You almost wonder if he might have maybe got that one on the laces because it kind of knuckled on him a bit. And this one winds up in empty possession.
After the missed kick, they're in really good position. They'll begin this drive at the 39 now. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It'll be a game.
Catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
They're going to look to throw. And incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. The Saints on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Call it a gain of 3. And it'll be 4th down. this play call. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches.
Here we go. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Elsewhere on this Sunday in the NFL, they're in the second quarter in Detroit. And it's the NFC champs, the Falcons, that have moved down to an early advantage. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out.
Here we go. 38. Ohio. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Here we go. Ohio. Flex round. Flex round. Wide. Keep wide.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. 1:59 to go in the first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now the 9th-year man from LSU, Thomas Morstead, on to punt, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. A reminder coming up in the Sunday night game, matchup you don't see very often, a rematch of Super Bowl 18. The Raiders traveling to Washington. And then tomorrow on Monday night, we'll see the Cowboys heading to the desert to take on the Cardinals.
Former NFC East rivals.
On 1st and 10, Newton. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Cameron Jordan in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
And they're pushed back after the penalty, still 2nd down. from the gun. Here's Newton. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
They've gone to the second quarter in Buffalo. The Broncos have opened up a 2-touchdown lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. The Panthers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. From the gun, Newton. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Now a first down throw for Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Cameron Jordan in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Second down. Here's Newton. And the pressure gets to him again. And the Saints signal for another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Newton. And some room to roam now. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Elsewhere on this Sunday in the NFL, they're in the second quarter in Detroit. An early lead in that game for the Falcons. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
They go play action here on first down. He'll let it fly in the direction again. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Let's go!
Throwing, Hundley. Setting up the receiver screen here to Thomas. And they're going to get this one all the way up to the 35-yard line. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get this just up past the 20, but a marker is down. Let's get the call. Yeah, this is going to put them back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Let's go. Flex round.
Now Hundley. And brought in here by Flainer. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Here we go.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll look to throw, and this is incomplete.
When we talk with people about what we think the most important quality for an NFL quarterback to possess, what do people usually say?
Arm strength, and he showed the arm strength there.
Yeah, pretty good bullet pass he threw, but he wasn't accurate, was he?
No.
Listen, you like mobility, but accuracy, first and foremost, is what a quarterback needs. He didn't possess it on that play.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. It's complete to Flainer. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. They'll set up to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by James Bradbury. The 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense. And
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Luke Kuechly leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6.
Is there anything Luke Kuechly can't do on the field?
Doesn't seem to be the case.
I mean, we just saw the sack there, right? We know he's terrific in pass coverage, but what I like is his intelligence, the way he gets a defense set, and he actually audible defenses when he sees what the offense is presenting and get them into something else and get them into a better spot.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun, and he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. When you and I did the weekly commentary updates last year, it seemed like we always used to talk about Michael Thomas week after week.
And it piled up. 92 catches on the season, but the thing that really struck me was doing a New Orleans game and talking with a few of his teammates who talked about how much the game meant to him. And he was upset with guys he didn't think cared about the game enough. Unusual for a rookie, but it's a good sign for him.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
And we're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 22. Breaks through the contact. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. They'll run with McCaffrey. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy.
On second down, McCaffrey. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy. Keep carrying it, kid.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the 50, Newton. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. A shotgun snap for Newton. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Sheldon Rankins in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. They'll run it now out of the gun. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The Panthers on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 14. Out of the gun, Newton. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. Gano out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Elsewhere, second half is underway up in Orchard Park. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throw left side complete. It's Ford. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. They'll set up a throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. They'll look to throw now on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ford. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
The Saints on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 6.
Here we go, Ohio! Ohio! Ohio!
He'll drop to throw. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Vernon Butler with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Let's go. 1, 2.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. And they're going to come up empty here on 4th down.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. Oh, and now he bowls him over. He's still barreling through. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Here's McCaffrey, and able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Come on now. Ready?
McCaffrey on the counter. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Good move at the 30. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone to the chalk of the 20. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
So the D-line's going to spread out. On the ground, McCaffrey. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Cam's going to run the out. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Play clock winding down. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. A big hit. Knocked out sideways at the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, they'll try the option left. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Cam Newton with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Panthers have got it on cruise control. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Gano out to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
Here we go. White, 90. White.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Ford. And he gets... So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Tight end right. Black round. Here we go.
Looking to throw. Caught right side, it's Snead. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs. The Panthers are going to take another timeout. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this 4th quarter. First down, he'll drop to throw. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Thomas Davis from his outside linebacker spot. He comes up to drop him for a loss of 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. Room to run inside the 40. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It'll be a gain of 18 on the play. And they're going to face a 3rd down. The Saints on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. Here it's 3rd and 2. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. Back to throw. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Let's go.
He'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So the incomplete pass brings up second down. On play action, they'll throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
The offense on third down, they've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here.
Let's go! Red 38! Red 38! 59 Mike, 59 Mike, check, 59.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Charles Johnson, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down. Maybe one final chance here to make this a bit more respectable, as he'll go for it on 4th and goal.
Come on, let's go! Red 38! Flex round! Flex round! We got 3, fellas, we got 3.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He fights him off. Dancing to his left. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Panthers will get the football back. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Elsewhere, Ford Field, they're into the 4th quarter now. And the Lions have now taken the lead in that ball game. If they hold on, a victory there would be their 3rd of the year. And not great starting field position here for the offense.
Let's go!
Wildcat look. Here's McCaffrey. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they got it going today.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Panthers, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Saints, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins.